let's talk about something, that feeling in a relationship where it's so intense, you kind of wonder where you end and the other person begins. It's a feeling a lot of us have had, but it brings up a really big question, one we're going to tackle right now.
So let's get right into it. Is what you're feeling, is it that deep, healthy kind of love? Or is it something else, something more like emotional dependence? This is the core question we're going to unpack together. And that's the really tricky part, isn't it? From the outside, both can look pretty similar. Intense feelings, wanting to be together all the time. But on the inside, for the person actually experiencing it, they feel like two totally different worlds. So let's break that down, starting with what dependence feels like. All right, first up, dependence. What does it actually feel like when you're in it? From your perspective. At its absolute core, emotional dependence is this. It's when you need another person's attention or approval just to feel okay yourself. It's less about a genuine connection and more about needing them to function, to keep you stable. And this isn't some abstract idea, right? It shows up in really real ways. Think about it. Does your entire day get wrecked if they take too long to text you back? Do you constantly need them to tell you we're okay? And when you're apart, does that space feel scary, like a threat to your stability? Well, that's the world of dependence. Okay, so that's dependence. Now, let's completely switch gears and look at the other side. Let's talk about what healthy love feels like, because it's built on something totally different, a real foundation of security. Yeah, it's a total contrast. Healthy love isn't about needing someone to fill a void or plug a hole in your life. It's about this deep sense of security that's still there, even when you're not together. The connection itself is strong enough to handle a little distance. And this is the huge difference. In a loving relationship, of course you care deeply, but you don't lose yourself. You still have your own friends, your own interests, your own identity. If you get upset, you have the ability to calm yourself down. You don't immediately need them to fix it for you. You're a whole person, choosing to be with another whole person. One of the clearest ways to tell the difference is to just listen. Listen to that voice inside your head. Because that inner monologue, it speaks a very different language depending on which state you're in. So what does dependence sound like? It sounds like this. I can't cope without you. It's a voice that's dripping with fear, right? It paints this picture where the other person is your lifeline, the only thing keeping your head above water. It's all about feeling like you're not enough on your own. And then there's the voice of love. Totally different. It says, I choose you, but I'm whole on my own. You feel that shift? It's coming from a place of choice, not a place of need. It's basically saying, my life is full and I am good on my own, and I choose to share that life with you. It's a statement of strength, not a cry for help. Okay, so we've drawn this line in the sand. But why? Why does this distinction matter so much? Well, because where these two paths lead, they couldn't be further apart. The long-term outcome is everything. And here's the bottom line. Dependence, it's just a recipe for anxiety. It creates this constant worry and this weird, shaky imbalance in the relationship. It's just fragile. But love, real love, that creates emotional safety. It gives you both the space you need to grow, to build real solid trust, and to actually become better people, both together and as individuals. So all of this, everything we've talked about, it really just boils down to one simple, fundamental idea. It's about the very foundation your relationship is sitting on. And here it is. This is the ultimate takeaway. Healthy relationships are built on connection, not on fear. Is your relationship about the joy of connecting with this person, or is it driven by the fear of what would happen if you lost them? And that leaves us with one last question. And this one isn't for me, it's for you. Take a real, honest moment to think about it. Which foundation are you building on? Because knowing the answer to that, well, that's the very first step to building the kind of bond you truly deserve.